Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. It is August 15th. How's everybody doing on this Saturday afternoon? Hopefully, everybody's enjoying their weekend. Hopefully, everybody's having a great Saturday. We got game two today between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. And also, football season is back. The preseason games being played right now. So I'm sure that, I know there's a lot of football fans out there. I hope you're all excited for the football season to be back. So hopefully, whoever your favorite team may be, hopefully they have some success this season. But football season, regular season's right around the corner. But in the meantime, we got baseball. Some baseball still being going on right now. The Yankees unfortunately lost last night's game 3-1, and it was a pretty crappy loss to say the least. Right, two costly errors on the same play in the bottom of the sixth. It was a bad throw from I wouldn't say a bad throw, but it wasn't the greatest throw from Ryan McMahon, and it was a play that Luis Garcia didn't make, and the glove came off his hand or came out of his hand, and Garcia threw the ball to third, and it was just a terrible throw by Luis Garcia, and initially that's just how the Blue Jays tied the game up on an error. And then, Alejandro Kirk hits a solo home run, which, he tends to have his way against the Yankees, along with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But if memory serves me right, I don't think Vlad Guerrero necessarily, I don't think he had a great game yesterday, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is the Yankees lost yesterday's game. So they need to bounce back in this afternoon's game against the Blue Jays. So to avoid a series loss, because as it stands right now, there's still 6.5 games back in the AL East, and they're 3 games ahead of the Boston Red Sox in the wild card standings. So at least the Yankees got a little bit of a breathing room, but we don't want that. We don't want the Red Sox to get too close. But again, Yankees got to start. They got to start winning some games. You got in the hopes that the Rays lose, right? And the Yankees have been winning games. Okay, the Yankees have been winning games, but they've been losing a lot of some games real close. There's other games that they could have won, but unfortunately, they've lost games where it was so close, and they didn't execute on a lot of opportunities, and it's absolutely frustrating to watch at times. But the team could be in a much worse position right now, all things considered. So at the moment, like I said, they're 6.5 games behind the Rays in the AL East, and they're first place in the wild card standings. They are leading the Red Sox by 3 games, and Red Sox are in second. And guess who's holding the final wild card spot at the moment? It is the Detroit Tigers. So the Tigers are now holding on to that third final wild card spot. So they're trying to definitely make some noise and sneak their way into the postseason. The Twins and the Rangers were holding on to that final spot, but the Rangers have fallen out now. The Blue Jays could very well, take over that third spot, and all of a sudden you're going to have 3 AL East teams having holding on to their wild card spot. So very tight. You got the Orioles, you got the Blue Jays. It's they both have almost similar records, and along with the Texas Rangers and Minnesota Twins, both of those teams have similar records. So really, it's anybody's spot to take. So we'll see if anything changes over the weekend as far as who's holding that final wild card spot. But it's definitely going to be a race till the end. But before I go any further, let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. We are not far away from hitting 3,000 subscribers. So if anybody is out there and you're not subscribed, you're watching for the first time, hit that subscribe button. And I would love to see who my 3,000th subscriber is going to be. Hopefully, we can celebrate that milestone today. But let me say what's up to the chat. We got Jake, Beagle, Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Susan? Desiree's in the building. Official is in the building. What's up? Pixelmon is in the building. Healing Men's Hearts is in the building. How we doing? What's up? What's up? So, how's it going? Who else we got? How we doing, folks? But thank you all for being here. But yeah, the Yankees offense, man. I mean, it's like I've been saying. I know the offense is not great, right? We all know the offense isn't great. The offense has not been producing. There's been a couple of games here and there where they look really good. The biggest problem, obviously, is scoring runs, right? Runners in scoring position. That's been the biggest problem. It was nice to see them score, put up 10 runs a few days ago. It was nice to see. It was actually pretty refreshing. It was like, okay, these guys could actually put up runs. They could put up double-digit runs. They could put up more than 2 or 3 runs. But I would love for them to do that consistently. Not necessarily double-digit runs, right? I'm saying, I'd be happy if they put up 5 or 6 runs and they won, right? Or even if they put up 5 or 6 runs and they still end up losing, it would be it would still be nice to see that the offense could put up runs, right, with this current lineup. But however, I'm at the point where however they win a game, right? Like, again, and I've been saying this, if it means that they win a game by only scoring 2 runs, 3 runs, 1 run, and they win a game 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever the score may be, and they're only putting up just a few runs, so be it. Right, at this point, a win is a win in my book. As of right now, right? As of right now, I hate to solely rely on the pitching, but you know what? It's the pitching's been the pitching is always going to be a factor, and the pitching has been doing a good job. Unfortunately, they're not getting the run support, and it is frustrating to watch. But the Yankees for the rest of this month. In these next 2-3 weeks, they're going to have to figure out ways to survive. They're going to have to figure out ways to get through this storm that they're experiencing. But, as I said before, it may seem all doom and gloom, but the fact of the matter is, the Yankees could be in a worse position right now. All right. They have been winning series. Okay, even if it's barely, right? Even if they're barely winning, they're still winning, right? It's still a win. It still counts. And I'm going to keep repeating this, but in the last month they've only lost a couple of series, and that was to the Cardinals and to the Dodgers, right? Every other series has been a series win or a series split. Outside of that, it's just been the Cardinals and Dodgers that they've lost to. But again, if it wasn't, and I agree, official. If it wasn't for the pitching, this team would be in much, much worse shape right now. Okay, the difference between this year and last season is their pitching. Really, their pitching is a lot better than where it was last year. Even with some of the bad bullpen arms that they had this season, a couple of the guys that they had who are no longer on this team, mind you, right? They're no longer on this team. They're gone. They went bye-bye. They got traded away. So, the Yankees bullpen is looking a lot better. We got Peeling Men's. If I didn't say what's up to you, what's up? Sunil's in the building. I wouldn't say it's looking like 2023, man. I don't. Look, why don't you go check the roster in 2023? Check the roster now. 2023 was a debacle. Like, that roster was just bad. But but 2026 comes nowhere near 20, or should I say 2023 comes nowhere near 2026. like nowhere close. So I'm not gonna bother making that comparison. And if memory serves me right, I think around 2023, around on this date, I don't think the Yankees were even close to being a playoff team. Maybe they weren't officially eliminated yet, but the fact of the matter is that that season it was clear as day that they weren't going to make the postseason. You know what I mean? I know we wanted to we some of us wait for things to be official, saying okay, the Yankees are officially out of the playoff race. Um, but I knew before it was even announced that the Yankees weren't going anywhere that year. So I wouldn't compare 2023 to this season. I don't see it. Um, yeah, right now the Yankees are they're 14 games over 500 at the moment. Yeah, 2023 Yankees offense had a 2027 batting average offense, but this offense isn't any better. The pitching is still better back then. But yeah, in 2023 the Yankees were in the current spot. The Jays were at 60 and 62 exactly. So 60 and 62, they were 2 games below 500 on this date 3 years ago, right? And people could say it doesn't matter, but it does matter. In this case, it is going to matter if you're going to be making those comparisons of 2026 and 2023. It's ultimate. It is going to ultimately matter. So yeah, the offense has been horrid, right? I'm not denying that. I mean, they're barely squeezing out games, but at least it's resulting in wins, which is what the end result that we all want. Um, but hopefully once the reinforcements come back, this lineup is going to look a lot different than what we're seeing right now. But once again, in the meantime, the Yankees are just going to have to survive. They're going to have to make do with what they got, what they have, and hopefully it could result into success, right? It's not going to be pretty, right? A lot of these games that they win, many of them may not be pretty, but the end result is that they're going to get that they won the game. That's what matters. All right. So let's see what the Yankees do um, against the Blue Jays. Let's hope that they can win today's game to avoid a series loss against the Blue Jays. You got Cam Schlittler on the mound, who will be facing Braden Fisher. So the Blue Jays are using one of their openers. So we didn't know who was going to pitch for the Blue Jays because it said should be determined, but we know it is Braden Fisher. So it's a right-handed pitcher on the mound for the Blue Jays. So let's see what he does against the Yankees. Well, we'll see what happens, Sunil. Because your comment is 2023. You're comparing the Yankees to 2023. So this team is better than 2023. 2026 Yankees are better than the 2023 Yankees. So we'll see how things play out. Um, but let's go over the lineup. All right, we'll go over the lineup. We'll talk, and we'll talk predictions. Let me pull up the lineup here. I apologize. Hold on. All right, here we go. So this is your lineup right here. Trent Grisham leading things off. He'll be playing center field. Ben Rice is your DH. Batting second, Heliot Ramos is batting third, playing left field. Luis Garcia Jr. is batting cleanup, playing first base. Spencer Jones is batting fifth, playing right field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting sixth, playing second base. George Lombard Jr. is batting seventh, playing shortstop. Ryan McMahon's batting eighth, playing third base. Austin Wells is at the dish. Cam Schlittler is on the mound. All right, so that is your lineup for the New York Yankees. Now, as far as the lineup is concerned, I don't know if I would have had Ramos batting third. I probably would have rather had Garcia batting third, but I understand kind of the lot, kind of what Boone might be trying to do here. He doesn't want to have three straight lefties, but it is a righty. It is a righty pitcher on the mound. So maybe he wanted to split it up, first two left, and then got the righty. But the 4, 5, 6 is lefties. Then you got the righty, then two lefties on the bottom. I probably would have had Garcia still batting third personally. Um, Ramos, I wouldn't put Ramos on in the cleanup spot. Obviously, Ramos probably for me would be batting fifth or sixth. Spencer Jones, perhaps you could put him in the cleanup spot, but if we're going to keep Garcia in the cleanup spot, I'd rather have Spencer Jones batting third, and then you could put Ramos fifth, right? Or you could put Ramos sixth and put Jazz at the fifth spot. I like where George Lombard is. I don't want him. I don't want him batting above seventh, personally. I think he needs to continue batting at the bottom of the lineup. So I just let him continue developing there. So yeah, I would I wouldn't bat George Lombard above seventh. Leave him where he is personally, but that's just what I think. Um, I see Stephen B's in the chat. What's up? How's it going? Izzy's in the building. What's up, Izzy? Good to see you there, dude. But I think Cam Schlittler will have I think he'll have a good outing. It's just a matter of what the bats are going to do against the Blue Jays. That's the question. What is the offense going to do today? We should try and should be like a Jeopardy question or something. What is the offense going to do? So as far as Cam Schlittler goes, his last outing against the Braves, pitched a really good game. Unfortunately, that was a game that the Yankees lost in extra innings. They could have swept. Still got the series win, but a sweep would have been awesome. But like I said, he pitched really well. 11 strikeouts, 7 innings, only gave up 1 run, didn't walk anybody. He did his part. The game before that against the Cardinals wasn't himself. He only lasted 3 innings and gave up 4 runs, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks. It wasn't a Cam Schlittler type of outing. But it's one of those bad starts, which it happens to every good pitcher. Game before that, 6 1/3 against the White Sox. Struck out 8, only walked 1, only gave up the 1 run. So overall, Schlittler has done very well this season. Yes, he's had some bad outings, but again, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to every good pitcher. Some games they just don't have it. They just don't have it. But let's get into these predictions, though. Let's get into these predictions. What do we got for Cam Schlittler? Let's see the Cam Schlittler predictions. Let's talk a little Cam. What does Cam do today? What does Cam Schlittler do? Let's talk some Cam. Looks like Snell's going 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 10 strikeouts. 6 innings, 2 runs. Stephen B says 7 innings, 1 run, 11 strikeouts. Judge is throwing a baseball. That's progress. Yeah, I think I'm going to go. Yeah, for me, for Cam, what do I want to say for Cam? Prediction wise, I'm going to give him 6. I'll give Cam Schlittler 6 innings today. I'm going to say Cam goes 6 innings. I think he'll strike out 7, walk 3 batters, but I think he'll give up. I think he'll have 2 earned runs. That's what I got for Cam. That's gonna be what I'm gonna predict for Cam Schlittler. So yeah, I'm going 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 earned runs. That's what I'm gonna go with. Officials going. I'm going to say 5 2/3, 2 earned runs and a loss. So you got 5 2/3. Yankees lose 2-1. Okay. Yeah, sadly, Jay Witt. What's up there, Margaret? Got Miss 1000 in the building. What's going on? How we doing? Make sure you all hit the like button as you come in. Hit that subscribe if you're new. We're not far away from hitting 3,000, so I would love to see who the 3,000th subscriber is. Yeah, Savage is out for the rest of the year. I think he's getting Tommy. I think he's getting Tommy John, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's out for the rest of the season. I think he had an elbow issue. All right, what do we got for home runs? Is anybody hitting a home run today? What's up, Jonathan? How's it going? Gonna play in a poker tournament today. Nice. Yeah, appreciate it, Izzy. Yeah, we're not far away. We just need a couple more subscribers to hit that subscribe button to hit that 3,000 number. But yeah, what do we got for home run predictions? Let's see the home run predictions. Dev says, what's up? What up, Dev? Yeah, home run predictions. I'll go a few today. Part of me really wants to pick Trent Grisham because he's actually been on a roll lately, but I won't pick Grisham today. I'll pick Spencer Jones. I'll go Spencer Jones, Lombard, and my sleeper. Just because none of us expected, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna put him as my sleeper anyway. I'm gonna say Ramos as my sleeper. So that's who I'm picking. Oh, it was a left knee surgery. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was his elbow. But yeah, let's see if anybody has any home run predictions. If anybody is hitting a home run today. I mean, Grisham hit one yesterday. Unfortunately, it was only the only run that was put up by the Yankees. Surely wasn't enough. Jonathan's going Rice, Jones, and McMahon. Rice, Jones, McMahon. Okay. Yeah, I'm going. Like I said, I'm going Jones, Lombard, and Ramos. I'm just gonna be random here. Jones, but I don't think we're getting a home run. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees didn't hit a home run, but I'm still gonna put those predictions out anyway, right? Because you never know how these things are gonna come out, play out. Yeah, but coming back from a torn meniscus, there, official. It's a tough injury to come back from, right? Or was it a torn meniscus? Is that what we said? All right, I'm curious to see what everybody's score predictions are going to be. What is everyone's score predictions? Let's see the score predictions. Let's see everybody's score predictions. What is your score predictions going to be? Jonathan's going 4-3 Yankees. And I'm going to check this poll real quick. So 17 votes in the poll, and 65% of the people so far saying that the Yankees are going to avoid the series loss. Healing Men's is saying 2-0 Blue Jays. Jake is going 3-0 Blue Jays. He tore his meniscus. Yeah, I mean, anytime you tear your meniscus, it's hard to come back from that. To come back for that season. So, I mean, my guess is he's probably out for the rest of the season. 3-1 from Stephen B. Okay, Sunil's going 9-3. Eagles going 4-2. I'm going to go 3-2 for my score. For my score prediction, 3-2. One nothing and 11 from Izzy. Okay. The next couple of weeks, we'll know. The meniscus is weird. Sometimes it can be quick, depending on the person. Well, I don't know. Generally speaking, though, meniscus injuries are, usually you're out for the season. Usually, right? Maybe there's some of those rare cases where a player can come back, but I don't know. I feel like it could be risky. 4-2 from Susan. A pitching duel? More than likely. I mean, depending on how the game gets played, I wouldn't be surprised if the first run comes in, like, fifth inning or something, right? Just a guess. But I'm gonna say 3-2. Problem with the meniscus is that area gets no blood, so it takes forever to heal. Right, yeah. Meniscus injuries are not easy to come back from. Most players that get a torn meniscus, they don't come back that season. Most of the time. All right, ABS, folks. What do we got for ABS? How many calls do you all think get overturned by ABS? Beagle's going 5. Dang. Okay. 5 calls get overturned. 5 calls get overturned by ABS. I'm gonna stick with 3. I am going to stick with 3 calls get overturned by ABS. 5 calls, 3 by Yankees on pitches, 1 on fielding play, and 1 on Blue Jays fielding play. I'm just strictly talking ABS though, not the manager challenges. There were a ton yesterday. The home plate ump had a bad day. I say 3 ABS today. Yeah, that home plate umpire yesterday got all sensitive and threw out Aaron Boone. I thought it was funny. Some of these umpires need a little bit of thicker skin. Just my opinion. Umps are screwed next year. It'll be full blown auto balls and strikes. Pretty soon, umps will be gone. I mean, it seems like it's heading in that direction there, Healing Men's. But honestly, um, it's two things. The umpires brought this on themselves, and us fans we complain about these umpires. So Major League Baseball is like, you know what? We're just going to get rid of the umpires, and we're just going to go to an automated ball strike system. We're going to implement the technology into it. 6 ABS overturn calls by Sunil. Visual assistant referee in soccer make all the calls. The referees are useless now. Again, we've complained. We've complained about the umpires in baseball for many years. We've complained about the referees or umpires in sports for many years. Now, yeah, a lot of this now a lot of it is being taken over by machines and robots. But this is something I feel like a lot of us have complained about. But and now Major League Baseball is just taking advantage of it. The other thing that they're testing out right in the minor leagues is the check swing. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that gets implemented into the major leagues come next year. Just because there's always a question of the check swing, right? Whether the third base umpire, first base umpire made the right call, saying if the batter went around or didn't go around. So that's apparently being used in the minors right now. So there's a technology for that where there's a just like the ball strike system. So you could challenge you can challenge the the check swing. I mean, I'm hoping the umpires don't become obsolete and it's just being run by you know by machines or robots or whatever you want to call it. But I still like having the umpires in the game. Yes, some of them are atrocious, and the automatic ball strike system exposes that. Because there's been games where a lot of these umpires miss calls. They're missing calls way out. Big time, right? The ball is like way outside the strike zone. They're calling it a strike, and they show it on the screen, and clearly the ball lands way outside, way outside of where the what the umpire called. So there's been games where there's five calls overturned, six calls overturned. It's ridiculous. You got to think over the years how many calls were missed. How many calls were missed over the years by these umpires that decided the fate of the game. I don't want the umpires to be completely obsolete. I don't. But again, at the same time, for many years, we have complained about the umpires, and I'm sure I know a lot of fans wanted were in favor of the automatic, or were in favor of the ABS. I was in favor of the ABS. I'm definitely in favor of the ABS. Personally, I do like the idea of it. I'm not again. I'm never an advocate for robots and technology to completely take over the game and make umpire, and in this case make umpires completely obsolete. I still want umpires to be present on the field. I mean, just because it's part of the sport, it's part of the game. I mean, it always has been. You don't want to ruin that, but the ABS is necessary. But I think getting rid of the umpires, not so much. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in these next couple of seasons, and gotta wonder. I mean, that's if there is going to be a baseball season next year. Should I expect there to be a lockout? But anyway, all right, folks. What are we eating, folks? What are we going to eat today? What's for lunch? Or did you have a late breakfast? Are you going to be snacking when you watch the game? Like, what are you all up to? What's everybody going to munch on? What's everybody eating? And again, folks, if you're watching and you're new, hit that subscribe button. We're only just a couple of subscribers away from 3,000. So let's get to that 3,000, because once I hit 3,000, I'm gonna do a few giveaways, gift card giveaways to Fanatics, to three lucky winners. So yeah, let's get to that 3,000, man. Let's make it happen. Sunil says fried rice and kung pao chicken. I haven't had kung pao chicken in a while. I haven't really had Chinese food in a while, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I had some Chinese food. But yeah, what's on the menu though? What is on the menu? Egyptian, what's up? He says Chinese food is so expensive these days. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't ordered Chinese food in a long time, but it really wouldn't surprise me. I mean, anytime you order food from anywhere, you order out, man, it's so expensive. And um, on the rare occasion, I'll get food delivered to me, but the majority of the time, I'll go pick it up because I'm not trying to pay for the delivery fee and the service fee. On top of that, you tip you gotta get you gotta tip the driver. I'm not against tipping or anything like that. For the record, please understand that I'm not against tipping, but it's just when it comes to delivery, getting food delivered to you is insane. It's just so much cheaper to go and get the food yourself. Just go pick it up yourself. I mean, Yeah, you're gonna burn a little bit of gas, but that little bit of gas is still nowhere near, the what you're paying for when you get food delivered to you. And if you eat at a restaurant, too, I mean, yeah, you definitely. I always tip the waiter, always waiter, waitress, doesn't matter, right? Um, but yeah, what's everybody eating though? What's everybody eating? What's up, Hitman? Says I haven't had a delivery in about a year. I just meal prep or go out, but that's me. Yeah, listen, if I go to a restaurant and I sit down and I eat, I make sure they get the waiter, waitress, whoever they get tipped. Oh, mom's taking you out for dinner. Nice. Desiree says I just dropped 150 bucks at Publix and barely got anything. I mean, yeah, it's crazy the amount of money you drop, and then it's not like you bought a lot of items. Four boiled eggs with toast and homemade French fries post brick walk. Nice. Yeah, I had some eggs with some peppers in there. Eggs with green and red peppers and some tomatoes. Homemade French fries. Yeah, I had yeah, like I said, I had some eggs with peppers, a little bit of cheese on the side, and then just a slice of bread. It was good. It was really good. Bananas are still affordable. They're still affordable, but they're still going up in price. Milk is one thing that's been getting expensive. I mean, depending on where you live, it's definitely more expensive in in more areas than others. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, man, it was good, man. It was good, and I actually went for a walk afterwards. Yeah, if only had a big enough property where I could just like grow my own food, grow my own vegetables. Oh, that would be something. Have like acres of land. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, so it looks like yeah, Greg Joyce. I'm just looking at some tweets here. So Greg Joyce said that Aaron Judge played catch yesterday for the first time during his injury rehab. So that's at least some progress. And when it comes to Angel Shavi and elbow, sorry, nothing new on Angel Shavi's elbow or where Carlos Rodon is going to make his next start. So we don't know the severity of Shavi's injury to his elbow, and as far as when Carlos Rodon is going to make his next start, if he is coming back, Carlos Rodon to the roster, Tuesday would be the start against the Orioles. Yeah, no, I buy. Yeah, I buy. I the eggs at Costco are cheap for sure. So I definitely buy my eggs from Costco. My local supermarket will have some sales on eggs. As far as the timeline for Aaron Judge, it says Aaron Boone said a timeline of a month, quote, could be in play, though nothing is set in stone. Boone also noted that there's still healing to be done with Aaron Judge's rib. So, let's see what the Blue Jays. I want to see what the Blue Jays lineup is going to be real quick, just because wondering if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in the lineup. Actually, that answers my question. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is on the 7-day IL with a concussion. If you remember, his head hit George Lombard's knee. So yeah, Vladdy is not in the lineup today. Yeah, that collision, oof, that hurt my head just watching it. So yeah, he's in a concussion protocol. He's on a 7-day IL, so he's going to be out for a little bit. Oh, I'm sure you all saw this earlier, but Aaron, according to Greg Joyce, he said that the Yankees have no plans of extending or offering Jazz Chisholm a qualifying offer. So they don't plan on extending him. They don't plan on offering him a QO, which I don't blame him, honestly. I would have been surprised if they gave him a QO. Yeah, I'm hoping the Yankees go a different direction for second base instead of going with Anthony Volpe. Um, I think he's better suited for second base. But my question is his bat. But yeah, I don't think Volpe should be. I think he'll drive better on a different team. So I don't know who the second baseman of the future is going to be, but I don't think it should be Anthony Volpe. I certainly don't think it should be Jazz. That's for sure. So yeah, again, I know I went quiet. I'm just trying to see just tweets that I could report to you all. Just try to follow some of the usual beat writers that I try to follow. But Aaron Judge playing catch today, though. I mean, that's at least that's some good news. I know it doesn't help. I know it doesn't help right now at this very moment. But again, it's at least some progress. Oh yeah, the big if there's anybody if there's any fight fans out there, the big UFC fight card is tonight. I know I got my boy Islam Makhachev winning the main event, so looking forward to that. But yeah, my biggest right now, my biggest concern when it comes, obviously everybody's biggest concern, it's not just me, and I know it, is what are the Yankees? What is the Yankees offense going to do today? I know every day, I know every game that has been being played. So in the last couple of months, my biggest question is what is the Yankees offense going to do today? How many runs are they going to be putting up? And are they however many runs that they put up, how are they going to win? Right? They've been able to squeeze it out, but man, it's always a nail biter. Yo, Max is in the building. What up, Max? How you been, bro? Max killing it out there with on his channel. Been killing it this year on his channel, actually. So keep up the good work, Max. I'm trying to get to where you're at right now, bro. Just trying to I need to get to where you need to get where you're at right now, my dude. But good job over there, Max. Shout out to Max. Thanks for popping in, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just living life. I've been a little busy as of late. Um, haven't been able to do as many play-by-plays lately, just because my schedule changed temporarily. But hopefully, very soon, I should be back to like a regular. I should be able to call more games once I get back to my regular schedule. So hopefully that should be happening sooner rather than later. Max says, "Keep grinding, you'll get there." I appreciate it, man. We're trying. We're trying to grind away. We're trying to grind away. Uh, Hitman. I've been saying that for a while, man. Yeah, I'm ready for Islam Makhachev tonight. I think Islam's going to win. I think he's going to retain the title. Did you tell me good news? Good news on what? Max going on a cruise soon, living that house I better life. You going on a cruise, Max? Is that true? You going on a cruise? Uh, on life. The good news on life. What's the good news on life? Oh, congratulations to your wife, man. Congratulations to your wife. Good for her. That's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Well, yeah, Hitman. But yeah, they need to cut the cord on Anthony Volpe. I've been ready. I've been ready for a while. He's gotten enough chances. I'm not going to bash Anthony Volpe, right? I still want him to succeed. I still want him to do well. He might be better off in a different organization. Yeah, that's usually the story with with nurses. It's 3 days on, 4 days off typically, and they work 12-hour shifts. Oh, Monday through Thursday, you're going on a cruise for your bachelor party. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Where's the cruise, man? Where are you going? And I do remember that you were engaged because you put out a video proposing to your soon to be wife. So, um, and when is the big day, man? When is the big day? When are you getting married? I'm sure Volpe's a jam up guy. Bret Hart reference. Well, that should be a lot of fun, man. The cruise, man. Get away, get to relax for a little bit. Oh, he's going to the Bahamas. He's going to the Bahamas. Nice, bro. Oh, March 12th next. So next year, okay. March 12th next year. Is that wedding? So is your wedding still in Florida, or you guys doing a destination wedding? You guys gonna do it close to your guys' home? That's cool though, man. I'm happy for you, Max. That's awesome. What's up, Katie? That's cool, man. Yeah, I know Max is gonna call the game here in a little bit, so yeah, he's been doing a really good job with the play by plays. So shout out to Max. Yeah, hold up. Let me. You know what? Actually, Stephen B. or any of the moderators, if you guys want to go to Max's homepage and post his link up, post his link in the chat. That would be great. Yeah, getting married here, too poor for a destination wedding. I heard that, bro. Yeah, go ahead and post the link to Max's channel. Yeah, let's make that happen. There we go. There's the link right there, folks. Stephen B just posted it. So yeah, go sub up. Go check out Max. He doesn't just call baseball games. He calls football games, basketball games. So if you're a basketball fan or a football fan, he'll call those games too. Max is just he's a big all around sports guy. So big Yankees fan, big Packers fan, big Houston Rockets fan. That I those are his sports teams. So yeah, he's got a mix of teams that he supports, but he calls a lot of games though. I mean, besides the teams that he supports, like he'll call other games too. Yeah, no doubt, Stephen B. No friggin' doubt. There you go. Izzy subbed up. But the game's gonna start in about a half hour. I'm probably gonna get going here pretty soon. What's up, Victor? Nice to see you. Thanks for subbing up to Max. I've been good, Victor. How are you, man? Everything good? Life is good? Still living in California? Life's good. Sacramento. Okay, so you're living in Northern California now. You were living in Southern California, right, before? If I'm not mistaken? Oh, you were living in Berkeley. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to remember where you lived. Okay, so yeah, you've been living in the northern area for a while then. Okay. Yeah, no, I remember Victor. I know you lived in Jersey before that. I remember that. But yeah, you've been living in Cali since 2019. I didn't know it's been that long, but oh yeah, no, Izzy. I remember you lived in Southern Cal. I wasn't sure what part, but I remember you lived. You told me Southern California, so I do remember that about you for sure. Harlem, born and raised, SoCal transport. What's up, Chef Nick? What's going on, dude? Nice to see you. All good here, man. Hopefully everything is. Sorry. Hopefully everything is well with you. But I appreciate everybody hanging out on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you guys and gals, hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're new, let's hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate the support as always. So yeah, Harlem born raised, SoCal. Yeah, transplant. They call them transplants. Yeah, I've been living in Colorado for it'll be 24 years next month. I mean, some folks tell me it's oh yeah, you're officially you're one of us, but nah, I'm a transplant. I tell people that all the time. I moved when I was very young. Didn't have a choice. But yeah, I don't consider myself to be from here, not by a long shot. So Victor says I take my Jersey attitude everywhere. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. I'd take mine everywhere too. So a lot of things I don't necessarily put up with. You live in Missouri? Yeah, Missouri. I never heard anything positive about Missouri. I've never been there, but I've never heard anything great about it. Yeah, Yankees fans are worldwide, no doubt, man. I'm just more or less talking about, where I'm from. So I was born and raised in New York. I mean, even though I moved out of there in my teenage years, um, yeah, like I said, I'm a New Yorker for sure. Like that stays with me. You don't sound like a move like a Colorado guy at all. I don't think so. I don't think so, Izzy. Yeah, buddy. But anyway, folks, I am going to end the stream here. The game's going to start in a little less than 30 minutes. So go watch the game, go tune in. Let's hope for a Yankees win, right? Hopefully the Yankees can squeeze out a win. Like I said, man, I'm not expecting a lot of like offense from the Yankees, right? I say that every game. and that's not to be negative, man. It's just the way it is right now with the Yanks, given how the offense has been. So, we'll see how things play out. Every game that if they win this game 3-2, 2-1, 1-0, 4-3, 4-2, 5-4, whatever the score is, man, it's like I want the end result to be a win. So we'll see what happens. All right, but I'll do another pregame tomorrow. Again, I apologize. I haven't been able to do as many play-by-plays. I promise I'm going to get back to it once my schedule changes back to regular schedule, and I'll be able to call more games. But thank you all very much for hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. Go watch the Yankees. Let's hope for the best, and let's hope for a Yankees win. Hopefully, they could avoid a series loss. So thank you all very much for hanging out on this Saturday afternoon. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, let's go Yankees. Everybody have a good one.